Hi, guys. Welcome back to the second podcast of my podcast series of conversation with PhD students. I have Tatsuyoki Sikina from Japan. He is doing PhD in astrophysics in Universität Hamburg here in Germany. He is also a DAD fellow. So we will be asking some questions because I love astrophysics and astrobiology. I'm very much excited to talk to him. Hello, Sikine. How are you? It's pleasure to have you here. Tell us something about your research, what you do as a young scientist, and how interesting is it for you?
Okay, so I have started my research career from last October as a PhD student at the Hamburg Observatory, and currently I'm doing astrophysics, especially searching for supermassive black holes at the cosmic dawn, especially using machine learning.
So, as you are working in the black holes, submissive black holes, a little bit if you can just tell us about submissive black holes, because the black hole word is a little bit famous, people know it, but submissive black holes, and it's I think a little bit new for me as well.
So it's a bit tricky to explain about the four black holes, but originally it was predicted by Albert Einstein from his theory of general relativity. And according to him, black holes are some sort of broken point of physical laws where the space-time is collapsed due to too strong gravity. And once the object is trapped in the center of black holes, it cannot ever escape from that, even the light, because the gravity is super strong. So the escaping velocity is beyond light speed, but nobody can beyond the light speed. So that's why it's called black.
Which telescope are you looking up to? Like the data that you are analyzing at your PhD, which which telescope is this? Because you are working in Germany, so it should be from Europe.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, we are using what is called Euclid telescope. It was launched in 2023 by European Space Agency, and the Hamburg University is one of the leading universities working on that.
It's really interesting to see that European Space Agency. I didn't know about this Euclid, which was launched in 2023. I on the last telescope that I had knowledge about was James Webb from NASA, because I met the director of James Webb some one time in Pakistan as well, Dr. Mansoor, and that time also I was very interested to know about these things. I was the only microbiology student in the whole auditorium and asking questions. How you see life on Moon and Mars? Okay, so how you decided to come to this field, astrophysics, because it's not so common field.
It's a bit of a long story, but originally, when I was a child, I was absorbed by reading the books about the universe because it was really mysterious and beautiful. So I wanted to know what is happening in our universe. And I majored in physics in my bachelor and master program, but there were less research groups working on astrophysics because it's relatively minor group. So instead of that, I majored in particle physics, which is also a part of the physics in the field of universe, but slightly different. But after graduation, I have a second thought that I really want to work on astrophysics, which means the study of galaxies or stars. So I decided to go back to academia as a PhD student, and I'm here now.
Interesting that you were fascinated by the mysteries of universe and now you are studying it, and I think it feels good when you are doing what you love. In my case as well, I'm very excited about these microbiology things, these small players in the earth. And also me, I'm a little bit relating myself to Sikina, because I was talking to him before that, yeah, how you look for life on Mars and Moon, and these are like bacterial things. And we were discussing one point where we see some tubes, it's like a crazy idea. They had some tubes on Mars in the rover, and they had some of the soil samples and the rock samples where there are some structures which looks exactly like the structures formed by bacteria here in the extreme environment. So possibly there could be bacteria on the Mars, because there was a lake before there. And interesting, because we see a lot of people are talking about colonizing the Moon and the Mars in the future. maybe they are not so happy in the world with this global warming and things. How do you see this decision? Will they be able to colonize moon or Mars, maybe humans?
Yes. Uh, yeah, I believe that would be happening. But so I'm not an expert of space colonizing, so not sure how hard it is and how long it will take. But hopefully, personally, I believe it will be not so long, like for the rest of our lives. Maybe we can see some human colonization, at least at the moon, for the very beginning. So yeah, would be possible.
I remember one thing from my astrobiology course. I was studying for that, and it says that after billions of years, this life, the line where the life exists, for example, now in the Earth, that was not here before. That was somewhere before, in like if we are coming from the Big Bang toward this till now, there are a lot of pages. So the life existed somewhere in the universe, but not on Earth before. Now it came to Earth, and this lifeline where life exists normally, it's going to beyond this line. Maybe after 1 billion years, this life will be in another planet or something. Yeah, they are going somewhere. So you see, it's a whole large universe, and maybe there are multi universes as well. We are not sure yet. And if, for example, if there is life somewhere in the universe, is it that it should be humans like, or maybe bacteria? What could be the form of life in the universe? What do you see?
So as you know, for the first phase, we need to make several steps of evolution until becoming very high intelligent lives such as humans. So it's highly possible that the extraterrestrial lives would be possibly low level based such as bacteria or some viruses, and humans might be very, very low probability. But as you know, the universe is super huge, so on the much far, further away could be high industry, but no one knows. So I believe human existence is very crucial, even in terms of the universe, because so even such a small existence, we can know what universe looks like, or when did it begin, with very high confidence. So it's a sort of great achievement of human science or society that enable us to understand and know about the universe to some extent. So it's a great importance for me.
So, and now people know that you are working in astrophysics, and it looks like sometimes if we say a complex thing, we said, oh, it's like a rocket science. So you are already studying the rocket science. So tell us about your day as a PhD student, how your day look like what you do normally when you go to office, you go to lab, the observatory, what you do, how it looks like.
Okay, so my research life is quite flexible. My supervisor doesn't force me to come to the office every day or assign so much tasks. So I can manage what I will do weekly. And also, usually I go to the campus 3 times a week because there are some seminars on specific days where so many students gather up. But on the other hand, on some days there are no seminars, so not so many people are coming. So I follow that rule. And whether I'm at home or at the office, what I will do is quite similar, because I'm working on mainly data analysis of liquid images. So once we have internet connection, we can connect to the server, and we just use downloaded images and analyze with that. So it's very flexible and freestyle working.
If now someone is watching this video, he or she is doing Bachelor of Physics, and they want to come into astrophysics, which is very uncommon sometimes because people say, okay, rocket science, very complex, maybe this universe is out of our thinking. But if someone is doing bachelor or masters, what would be your suggestion to them if they want to come to this field?
Especially for physics students or
Any student, like maybe biology students also can come. I think that they can jump, but normally people don't do that because switch in the field is not encouraged in some countries. Like in my country, you can, when you switch the field, you're not so encouraged. But I think it's possible if someone is from chemistry or maybe physics, machine learning, AI, they can come to this field. But what's your suggestion? Should they consider this or not? And what's your suggestion?
should, so your question is, should they focus on astrophysics in PhD?
Like if someone wants to come to this field, what should she or he do to make themselves eligible and make themselves ready for doing a PhD in this field? What they need?
I see. So this might be a bit surprising, but I didn't have astrophysical background until I start my PhD. It was a bit challenging when I was searching for positions because most professors told me that if you don't have experience in master in the field of astrophysics, you cannot take. But I didn't give up, and I wanted to directly go to PhD due to my age and something other. And luckily, I could find a current supervisor who was really kind and also made a decision to hire me despite without experience of astrophysics. So, but still, for the 6 months of my PhD experience, I think I can be well adapted for current research. So what I want to say is, don't give up if you are not if you don't have experience in astronomy or very related field. Still, you can change your field even from PhD if you have fundamental knowledge of mathematics and science. So what I want to suggest is focus on what you are studying now and try to understand as much as possible and be interested in anything, especially for your study.
Thank you so much. This was really interesting for me. I already had some other conversation as well with Sikine before. I think now you know if you want to come to astrophysics, it's not so stressful. You find supervisors which fits to you better, and we'll talk about it more in the future as well. Maybe we visit the observatory, maybe the space center here in Bremen. I'm very interested, and I can show you around. And okay, thank you so much.